Now, I wouldn't usually make a video about this, but considering the commentary online recently about how there's no stupid drama in Asia, that's just a problem in the West, I thought it'd be interesting to let you guys know about just one thing that happened in this past week on the Japan Twitter gachosphere of things. Now, stick with me here because it has a part 1 and a part 2. It's an absolute rollercoaster of things, and now lawyers are now getting involved. Okay, part 1. This is Tachi. They're a new fledgling illustrator on Twitter. They started posting on this account at the beginning of 2024 with this image of Hu Tao. In fact, the profile picture that they use is this same image minus the glasses. Keep this in mind because it's going to be important later on. Anyway, on January 21st, 2025, 6:30 AM, they released this image. It's an image of Hu Tao looking flustered, and the captions say this: "Going on a school trip, so there won't be any updates for a while." And underneath it says, "This is me when I found out I was going to be walking around with my crush." So basically, this Hu Tao is just a representation of the artist because, you know, it's their profile picture. And this is them showing their reaction to finding out that they're going to be spending a lot of time with their crush on their high school trip. If it wasn't obvious at this point, it seems that the artist is still in high school. This image went a little viral with the vast majority of the people in the comments wishing them a happy trip and hoping the best for them and their crush. Jump to 4 days later on January 25th, 8 PM, where they quote retweet that first image with this one. Again, it's an image of Hu Tao, this time in a schoolgirl's uniform, as this artist is still using Hu Tao to represent themselves. This caption this time, however, says, "We got together. We kissed." So it seems everything went well with them and their crush on this trip. Now, the first image got a fair bit of traction, but this image went absolutely viral. At the time of recording this video, it has over 40 million views, 93,000 likes, 13,000 retweets, and almost 700 comments. Again, another flood of support and congratulations in the comments. In fact, it went so big, it became a bit of a meme and sparked a bunch of copycat images. There was this one here which said, "I was forced to drink tea and I had a very happy kiss." I mean, Japanese is weirdly, you can't really translate it well sometimes. Next one up here we got, "I changed my face and I also got a new hand." This one here is a lot more closer to the original image saying, "We got together, we kissed." The three of us, so there's something going on there as well. This got 1.6 thousand likes here. This one here is saying, "I took down the boss and also I took over the organization." This one got 38,000 likes. This one here is saying, "I killed my father and I also became the emperor." This one I'm going to have to blur out in post-editing. This is an image of Hikakin, one of the biggest, if not the biggest YouTuber in Japan, having fun with Hu Tao. This is actually a recolor of this image here, but which is also another meme, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. This one actually got 6.6 thousand likes. And then on here we got another one, which is again playing on the original image. I'm gonna have to blur a lot of these out in post. "We had sex, I gave him a blowjob." 1.4 thousand likes on that one. But the one that I found with the most amount of likes was actually this one here. This one has 84,000 likes, 4.9 thousand retweets, and again it's another image of a Hu Tao in a very similar style to the original one, which also says, "I had sex, we did it cowgirl style," and some more perverted commentary over here. However, it might have actually gone too viral for its own good. Along with all the support and congratulations, there were also plenty of people in the replies and retweets attacking them for depicting themselves as Hu Tao. You think you're Hu Tao, but you're just a regular person. The uglier a person is in real life, the more likely they are to admire 2D characters and project themselves onto them. You're not Hu Tao. The more I look at this, the more disgusted I become. You should use an original character. I wish you'd stop doing this. Be more considerate. They're just weird in the way that they project themselves onto copyrighted characters and make them say everything and anything. I bet you wish you could brush off these criticisms by saying people are just jealous, but don't you feel sorry for this character or the people that support them? If you're going to project yourself onto a character, at least include a notice or a warning. Personalizing characters has long been frowned upon, and it's also against the official guidelines, so it's something everyone has avoided. If this is allowed, then it would be okay to use existing characters and have them say anything. Stop polluting other people's content for the sake of approval. You know, when making this video, I was looking at these comments thinking, these people are Japanese, right? Winter Comic-Con was just a few weeks ago where hundreds of thousands of people went to buy doujinshi, Rule 34 stuff, and take pictures of people in cosplay. Cosplay, as in the thing where people literally pretend that they are the characters from their particular IP, and also have them do and say things that they wouldn't usually do. These people were so insane they were actually attacking the crush, saying things like, another thing that no one is pointing out, but the speed at which this guy made a move on her was way too fast. He sounds like a scumbag. And no Twitter outrage would be complete without someone wishing them to go KYS. Okay, now that was just part 1 of this whole saga. After this, Tachi released another image. Again, it's the artist depicting themselves as Hu Tao in a schoolgirl uniform, looking at their phone in shock at the quote retweets. The title reads with a flippant, "Oh, I'm reflecting," as in, I'm reflecting on what I did and I'm sorry, with the captions in the image which say, "I got flamed online. We also hugged." talking about the reaction that we're getting on Twitter and also a bit of an update about them and their crush. These smaller captions down here are actually a couple of the frequent responses they got. This one here is about them projecting themselves onto copyrighted characters, and this other one here has a bit of a history that I won't go fully into in this video. It reads as Zen-A, which is short for Genshin Armani. It's a reference to an even older Japanese meme about someone depicting themselves decked out in a full set of Armani clothes. Nowadays, however, it has basically become shorthand for what we would refer to as humble bragging. In fact, this incident became so big, it got included in the Pixiv Encyclopedia, which has become something like a Japanese version of knowyourmeme.com. Now, I wish I could look at the replies and the quote retweets to this post itself, but I couldn't, because they eventually took this image down. As to why they took it down, they actually explain it in their next post, the one including the lawyers. But at the time, this image was seen as someone throwing gasoline on the fire, provoking those who were already incensed at that point. But nothing is ever really gone from the internet, is it? So I was able to find some replies and quote retweets to see what the reaction was, and here's what I could find. This one here says, self-projection is really harsh and disgusting to watch. It's because of people like this that don't realize that people making fan art are just being allowed to use someone else's characters. This person doesn't create fan art because they like it, they just want the numbers. I don't want them to be thought of as a fan art creator, they're just a nuisance. And then there was this one here which got 32,000 likes, which reads as, the fact that they have no intention of calming things down here shows that they don't really care about Hu Tao or anything. She's risking her life to ruin Hu Tao's image. So yeah, things were getting pretty out of hand. Now I know this video has been getting a little bit long, but just hang in there for a little bit more. Because if you thought that was everything, you would be dead wrong. This is where shit really hit the fan. On the 31st of January at 8 PM, Tachi released this statement. Now this post is a little long, so I'm going to use the automated translation here and read it as is. This time my post received an unexpected response, and along with a lot of words of support, I also received a lot of comments that could be considered slanderous. Concerning my mental health and the viciousness of the content, I consulted with my parents and then went to a lawyer who confirmed that my posts were not illegal in any way. Since there is a good chance of winning the case, I was told that I could use the legal support system so I don't have to worry about the costs. After entrusting the case to a lawyer, I will make the appropriate measures to take the people, the people who made the slanderous comments against me. Regarding my most recent post, this is the I'm reflecting post that she deleted earlier. My lawyer pointed out that the existence of this post does not change the fact that it is defamatory, so there is no problem in requesting disclosure, but it is also instigating, this is a mistranslation, instigating from a moral point of view, so it would be better to delete it. So I deleted it. If the post that started the controversy is deleted, a request for disclosure will no longer be possible, so the post will not be deleted. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to my followers who support me, and I appreciate your continued support. Whether what they wrote in this statement about the lawyer is true or not, I don't know. It could be, however, because Japanese law does allow for people to file for defamation against online harassment, so it is possible. But many people weren't too happy with this post and expressed doubt over what was being said. This is one of the replies which got 21,000 likes. It says parody account here, but that's just because a lot of people on here like just fucking around. The post here says, wouldn't it have been better if you didn't make such inflammatory posts in the first place, aiming to cause such an uproar? Defamation is not good, but it's really weird to play the victim at this point. This one here with 665 likes says, so if you ask your parents for advice, that means you told them about your account. I wonder if a lawyer would say there's nothing illegal about this, expressing doubt about whether they actually went to a lawyer. Even if there is nothing illegal about this, I think it's suspicious to ask for the post to be deleted. This person here is saying the people who are being sued, they're just going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I reflect. Basically mimicking or copying what they said in their previous post that they took down. This one says it's half it's half your own fault. Seriously, these auto translations are a bit weird sometimes. This one here got 5.2 thousand likes, and it says this: you created the root cause of the problem with your character, and then when things turn against you, you say it's time to defend yourself. And when you start teasing people, like when you start instigating people, then you get about when you got confessed to, and then when you went out with someone and kissed them. There's a limit to how much you can actually joke around, right? So saying you shouldn't be throwing that in people's faces, you know? If you want to satisfy your need for approval, you should use your own original character instead of an actual already existing copyrighted character. And it wouldn't turn out like this, right? Just also a bit of mistranslation saying, is it not possible for you to think about that? And then calling them out for being a student. This one here, I'm actually not sure it was being serious. I think they're joking. They're just saying, this when it says walnut here, they mean Hu Tao. Please give us back my precious, adorable Hu Tao. Don't use her as a tool to make your money. Please, Hu Tao wouldn't do something like this. You can only do this if you really love the character. Please give us back our beloved Hu Tao. Give her back, give her back, give her back, give her back. Again, I'm pretty sure they're joking. But if they're not, holy shit. This one here is saying, this translation is a bit off. All in the need for approval. They ruined the reputation of Hu Tao, and then they got slandered for it, and now they're taking people to court. And if you think about it normally, isn't that kind of crazy? This one incident has created the perception that this is a character that has had that kind of experience. I wonder if they will ever reflect on it. I think it's pretty bad, or I think it's pretty crazy, should I say. This one here with 4.8 thousand likes saying it's basically Yuzaha. Okay, Yuzaha here is actually talking about another thing that happened a couple of years ago about this one here about the trademarking Toho project fanwork third-party thing. I won't go into too much detail about it here because this is a whole another clusterfuck of things. But basically, a YouTuber tried to copyright a certain phrase, but it's a phrase that everyone's been using just as per normal, so they got basically a lot of outrage for that. I mean, this one actually devolved into a bomb threat. Long story short, though, this post here is basically saying that this person brought on all the slander of their own volition. Like, they did something so completely beyond the pale that they deserve all this hate that they were getting. Even if you say it's weird to slander her, but why is she playing the victim? It's true that she mixed up the character with herself, like she's getting herself confused for actually being Hu Tao. So she should just say that she'll be more careful in the future, and that's the end of it. And there was some more in the quote retweets. This one here is actually more reminiscent to the other original image, where it's a picture of Yanfei here saying, I'm going to take this case, giving a voice to the voiceless. Well, that has 25,000 likes, so that seems to be more in support of this person here. This next one here with 30,000 likes says, to say that they showed this to their parents is pretty incredible, about how they got together with someone and kissed. This one here also got a lot of likes, 40,000 likes, 1.7 thousand retweets. And this is also another massive scandal that happened in Japan on the YouTube side of things, where these YouTubers here put out a video saying, slander us, you can all slander us, give us all the hate, like roast us or something like that. And then later on they released a video saying, yeah, we're going to take you all to court. And then they got a bunch of backlash saying, well, you can't really do that because you literally asked us to slander you. So that's another thing that I could make a whole other video on. But the quote retweet that got the biggest response, more than triple the original post with over 80,000 likes at this point, was this one here. 84,000 likes and 60 million views. And what they did is that they took the person's original post and crossed out everything, leaving only these certain sections here. And if you put them all together, this is how it reads. I am sorry for my post because it is illegal. I have deleted it because the post is incendiary from a moral point of view. I will not delete the original post that started the firestorm because I am a nuisance. Since then, there hasn't been any updates on the situation, so who knows where it'll end up in the future. But personally, to me, it sounds like too much of a hassle to go through the legal system just to take some people, random trolls, to court over an image of Hu Tao of all things. But, you know, that's just me. And for those saying that's just Twitter, of course they'll do that. We're talking about Asian CCs. They wouldn't cover this drama, would they? Would they? Of course they fucking do. Here's just a couple of videos I found here. This one has 34,000 views just from 2 days ago. I'm talking about the situation here. And there's also another one here which also has 71,000 views from 4 days ago, again talking about this whole entire situation. The point of this video was twofold. One was because this is something big that happened in the Japanese gacha space, and two, to prove that Asian gacha players love drama just as much as Western ones do. With that being said, I'd love to bring more videos like this to you guys in the future, but I am just one guy with one set of eyeballs and I have a full-time job to do as well. So if there is anyone out there in the Japanese gacha sphere of things that wants to help me try to find these kinds of stories, feel free to join my Discord down below. And no, I don't just mean drama stuff, but just anything big that happens for Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, Xenoblade Zero, Weathering Waves, Arc Knights, Fate Grand Order, etc. All of it. It literally does not matter to me. I want to cover it all, good or bad. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I have more videos like this in the future. So until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.